Now, I want to be real with you. I've taken this video over and over and over again. I've had to run back through my own thoughts over and over and over again. And I think I've come to the conclusion that if you're being haunted by your past, by these manifestations, these ghosts of your past, confront them. The more you continue to hide away from your problems, the less you'll have the ability to confront them with a clear mind. You won't be able to go against these issues without breaking down. And I know a lot of people struggle with anxiety and struggle with the I can't mentality. And I want to give you guys a reason to continue going on in 2025, because I know for a lot of us, the 20s have been a crazy decade, and cutting it off about, I don't know, halfway into it isn't going to be really the best choice to make. I know a lot of the world's political issues are most likely draining you, and YouTube is shoveling slop down your throat. But that doesn't mean you should end yourself, and that this is probably the time to go. Now, this is a weird time for me to be making a video like this, because I assume a lot of people have already dealt with a loss like this in their life, or just something similar. And there's always going to be those moments in our lives that change us as a person. They always change our outlook and perspective on life, and that isn't something that you should look down upon as like, oh, I can't move on anymore, I can't do this. It's going to kill you, whether it be by your own hand or like you start taking Xanax and you deteriorate. There's many reasons to keep going on in this life. And a lot of people will spout off the same fucking bullshit to you of, oh, well, I committed to my dream of being a YouTuber. I went and got the art supplies. I know you're not watching this for that bullshit. That was the reason why I had to retake this video. I don't want to be that guy. If you're going to confront your ghosts of your past, be real with yourself. First of all, check yourself before you wreck yourself, like they always fucking say. Because once you wreck yourself, once you get to that moment, you're gonna be like a wretch. You're not gonna be the person you were those 5 years ago. Whatever mental problems deteriorate you over time are gonna take away those aspects of your life that you used to look at yourself so proudly for. I used to write pretty well. I used to have good handwriting, is what I mean. And over time, people experience things that otherwise traumatize them, or like I said, give you a different outlook on life, and I guess throw you down a different path. Now, being ashamed of your past is probably going to be the biggest thing that kills you. Being ashamed of who you were back then is going to kill the person you are now. Each tiny experience that you went through as a child, teenager, and into adulthood create the person you are now in this present moment. Now, I'm not the most perfect human being. I don't have it all figured out. Hell, I've been smoking while I'm talking to you guys. I can't specifically say it, but we all know Mary Jane doesn't let you down. She's a nice lady. But she could also be a very demanding lady. And my God, does she like eating away at your dopamine and your serotonin and, well, your inner cannabinoid system, it doesn't work the way it used to. I have a hard time getting up and enjoying using my computer to make music and make art and do all these things before. And it's probably because over time I've been seeing the oversaturation of content on YouTube here. The reason I had to redo this video and be real with you and to say that, like, hey, if you're stuck, don't be like sad being stuck there. Maybe there's a reason you're in this little rut. Think of it like that roller coaster, all these metaphors that people try and apply to your life. Maybe stop making fun of it for once and actually look at things a bit metaphorically. Think outside the box for once. Because the more you're confined to this little area and you're forced to be solitary, you're never going to win that game, dude. Unless you've been sitting there playing solitaire with the cards you were dealt all your fucking life, you aren't going to sit there and figure it out instantly. These people that go off on YouTube and spout all this shit acting like they've made it at the age of fucking 22, I'm that age. And I haven't even fucking figured it out. But when I see these people, and I will make it more clear who I'm calling out very fucking soon. When I see these people acting like they have it all figured out, like they know the whole world in front of them, it irks me. Because what it tells me is these people lack the real life experience that comes with age. Going out and interacting with people, working a fucking job, growing up, paying bills. When you have to actually settle down and like work on yourself, you don't get the time you did as a teenager. When I was just getting out of high school, I remember a lot of people being able to switch their classes and go out and do whatever the fuck they want. I had people my age at that time, 16, 17, 15. Mind you, this was like 2016, 17. This was nearly 5, 6, 7 years ago now. When people were coming into their own, they had opportunities. They had the ability to go out and do college courses at that age. Luckily for me, I took photography. So it helps with adding into some of the flair and the knowing of cameras and what gear to get. It adds to what I want to do now. If you have it figured out to a point where you're like, hey, I know what I want to do. I know what I need to do to achieve it. Now is the time to get fucking real with yourself. What is holding you back from going out and doing that? Me, constant negativity. How do I deal with that? Well, the way I've been dealing with negativity and the bullshit in my life is talking about it. This is the reason I'm here with you now, getting fucking real with you. Now, I don't want to be like, how do I say it? I don't want to be presumptuous and pretentious. I don't want to act like I know what's going on in your life. I don't want to be the guy who knows everything. I don't want to be omnipotent or omniscient. I'm fine with just knowing what I know and gaining more knowledge as time goes by. That's the thing I'm trying to explain here now, is that as I've aged, I've gained a bit more experience, like a video game. It's not instantaneous. One of my favorite video games, and I'm sure a lot of people enjoy this one, is Earthbound. My God, I don't want to spoil a lot of what I'm going to say, but that has taught me a lot about patience and just, I guess, dealing with what you got. Look at the game. You're a human being with a great sense of imagination. And if that was torn away from you at any point in your life, if anything that made you feel like I'm not worth it, it's not it. Reevaluate everything and look back at who you are and what makes you unique, and then maximize those. It's like maxing your stats. If you can do that in real life and in video games, you're going to be ahead of everybody else. Don't deny yourself of that, because that's what most people do on this platform nowadays, and that's the reason why I'm so angry with the current state of things. If people didn't deny themselves the uniqueness of who they are and the experiences they went through and found some sort of way to express that to the people on the internet and to the rest of the world, we wouldn't be having these issues where people are regurgitating the same fucking goddamn point. I've been sitting here for 3 fucking months watching everyone talk about all the same fucking commentary channels just saying the same thing. If we all feel the same thing, why the hell do we keep fucking platforming them, dude? God. Oh, but it's slop. I know I'm making slop. This is just my life. This is who I am. If this is who you are, dude, I wouldn't even share a beer with you. Hell, if you fucking asked me for some change on the street as a bum, I'd spit on you. All these people hide behind this false sense of, oh, I'm just edgy. No, you're not. You're fucking straight up racist. You're a loser, and you don't give a shit about the people. You constantly lie, and I can say all the same talking points, but what I'm going to say now is if you want to be a better person this year, look at all those people, and look at who they surround themselves with, and then look at yourself and say, maybe I am better than a majority of the people on this fucking planet. I know the most normies who just work day to day, who don't think about the internet, who aren't chronically online, they aren't thinking like this, and they aren't caught up in some made up drama across the world or some state over or some bullshit. These people are raising families. They're hanging out with their kids. They probably have a girlfriend and a boyfriend. I didn't mean and, but you know what I mean. If you're polyamorous, maybe reevaluate yourself too. But there's a lot of things that can come down to how to actually work on yourself when the new year comes in. Because the next year, you better hope all those fucking things that you did throughout your entire life aren't weighing you down. Because everyone likes to talk about the crabs in the bucket, the ghosts of your past. My man, that could just be yourself too. You could be dragging yourself through the dirt and the mud, and you couldn't even know it. You wouldn't even know it. You couldn't even process what you're even doing. And if you're going to be lost like that, man, stay in 2024. Stay in the past. Don't be looking for somebody to come save you, because no one isn't anymore. You're a fucking adult. It took me about a few years out of adulthood to realize that if I'm going to get up off my ass every single day and do what I want to do, I might as well fucking do it. Because the rest of the people who say, oh, I'm out there doing it myself too, let me see you guys go down the same path. If you want to go down this big redemption arc and you want to be this big guru guy, like you know everything and you just figured everything out, continue being that. I don't want to see the fucking, oh, he's over. It's so fucking over. The egg situation is finally why. This guy fucking took a shit in this girl's mouth and put it on the internet for everyone to see. Yeah. When I'm constantly getting shoveled that down my throat, when I'm trying to watch shit about fucking Super Mario, and I don't even say Mario. I'm so angry. I say Mario. I like to say pajamas, but because I'm so angry, I'll say pajama. You guys got me in a big jam. I'll call it jam now. You fucks. God. I've been so caught up in this like loop of anger and like constant stress. I know what it feels like to be there, dude. Okay? I know what it feels like to drive yourself insane over the most crazy shit. Everything's zany, everything's wild, everything's wacky. But that doesn't mean that has to be your life too. If you have the time to do something, do it. Don't be sitting there being like, I got work. What do you do when you get home? You get home, you shower, you eat, you shit, you sleep. Within that time span, find something to fucking occupy your time with instead of watching this. This is slop. This is that like motivational slop that people fucking put on at 3 a.m. and smoke their weed to. If this is going to be the rest of your life, stay there. But if you're actually willing to do something with it and be a happy person and just figure yourself out over time, do that too. Maybe find some sort of way to make both work. I don't know your life and you don't know mine, but I know we're both fucking struggling with trying to be happy because that's what this world is running out of, is something to fucking find joy in. And so if you find joy in little things like this, find some sort of way to maximize it. Find more YouTubers like this. Fuck Sam Hyde and Charls Carroll and Nick Rochefort, and those are the 3 main guys I can say right now have really given me a lot of inspiration to just let everything go. Go find some guys like them. Fucking find something to occupy your time with. If you want to make wood art by whittling it with a little knife, do it, dude. You want to make fucking can art? You want to fucking roll the best joints and be in the weed cups? Do it. Everyone says that the best time to do something is now. And if now is the best time, why waste it being like me, like I used to for the past 5 fucking years of my life, just smoking weed and saying I'm going to do things and never achieving anything? I'm just as tired as you are. I'm just as tired of the world as you are. I'm just as tired of people constantly complaining about things, but I don't want to seem like I'm all up in my own ass about the world. I do find joy in things. I like making art. I like pixel art. I like cameras. I like audio shit. Fuck, man. I'm so overly creative that when I smoke weed, it stops me from doing that. Because then when I go and smoke weed, you know what happens? I go and surround myself with negativity. And then I'm like, oh yeah, but the weed helps me get out of that. It grounds me. It hasn't been grounding me for the past 5 fucking months, dude. And I want it to fucking end. I actually want to upload this video. I want to edit it with minimal cuts. Minimal anything. Fuck, if I'm going to be stumbling over my words, I'll keep it in when I'm coughing, I'm burping, I'm drinking a fucking soda. I'm so fucking lost, dude. And now that I've found myself again in this weird moment, it feels good to let it out, to rant. Because that's what this channel was before. It was a rant channel. It was something I could just throw whatever the fuck I wanted. Read the description to my channel, dude. When you see me doing my main channel stuff, you'll see that I am more than 2 faces. I am more than one guy. I am one being, but there's so many fucking sides to my personality that I could barely even begin to describe it to you without just doing it. So if that's how you feel too, if that's how you want everyone else to see you, if that's how you want this world to appreciate you for, if that's what you want the world to appreciate you for, then go out and achieve it. Because no one else is going to see the world the way you do. No one else is going to experience the same things that you do. No one's going to be able to be like you. No one is you. You are yourself and your own person. If there's any reason to leave those ghosts in the past and to turn yourself back from a crab into a human, you have to go through metamorphosis. You have to grow. You have to change. And if you want to look at it in a really weird way like that, we're all like butterfly people. If you're stuck in your cocoon, it's just not your time yet, dude. Look at it like if you're a flower. Spring isn't around yet, bro. When you're ready to bloom, show the world your true colors. Be like the tree. When that seed is planted and that bark grows, and then you spread your seeds among amongst the world. My God, man, imagine the trees that will be chopped down and the words written in the paper, and that all came from you. That is you, my friend. People will look up to you. People will look at you as the metaphorical being that you are. Now, if you really want to confront these things, whatever they may be, whatever manifestation of whatever experience, person, whatever it may be, do it without fear or conviction. Because the more you hold yourself back, the more you deny yourself your true power and essence, you create the reality around you. Now stop fucking denying that. Peace.